OFM Sport.
Albert, if I can start with you, going through the final list of 2022, there's only a handful of you guys that actually played in that final, and you weren't one of them. So it's a new experience for every single player in that group almost. So how charged up are you guys for a Currie Cup final?
Hi Morgan, hope you're well. No, we are definitely charged up. It's a big thing for all of us. It's one of our biggest games ever as a player. But we have players that come from the Pumas that have won the Currie Cup, so they bring that experience, that calmness, and yeah, we build this from SA Cup. We build this performance. We're building a stability in the team, and we know what to do. So we're ready.
And Franco, if I can go to you, I can't remember quite well if you actually played in the final back in the day, but you were in an era where the Lions were quite regular semi-finalists and reached semi-finals. But this must be quite a big deal for you as a coach to go back to your old haunting grounds and lead a couple of guys, young guys, into a final.
Yes, Morgan. We played in 2011 after we had a bit of a drought there in Johannesburg. But look, I've been now 2 years here, and I think just to latch on to what Albert said as well, I think the growth in the team and in the group has been immense. If you look at the last, we started with the Airlink Cup, and then it was now two SA Cups, and this is our second Currie Cup, and most of the squads stayed the same. So that's very excited. And we've played this last game, our second last round against the Lions. So everybody in the squad has seen Ellis Park and had a taste of a world-class stadium. So I think the guys are super excited to get there. And yeah, like I always say, even if there's 10 people in that big stadium, it's always a privilege to play at Ellis Park.
And you actually touched on my next question, that game that you guys played nearly 2 weeks ago. We know the Lions are a quality outfit. Even before they started loading with URC players, it was a very, very good team on paper. Was it just a bit of an off day for you guys in that defeat there at Ellis Park, and something that you guys have taken notice of and you can build towards this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was probably for most of us, if not everyone, the first time that, you got a delayed game with lightning and weather circumstances. So I think that was the first thing. You get all fired up, and then you get there and there's talks of, this game might be not happening. So it's a bit of a roller coaster that day. So it was new for everyone. I thought we started pretty well against them that week in that game. We had 15 minutes of very good rugby, and I think obviously they tapped into that experience of the URC and played really well after that. But definitely we learned a lot of lessons in that game, and I think it's something we can easily rectify on the weekend.
Albert, if I can just go back to you, one of the really nice things about the Greek Quiz over the last while is that this has pretty much been a 3-year project. It has been consistent team selections over the past 3 years. The reality is you guys have got so many good players that haven't been playing this season because of the consistency and that. And how much has this added to the team unity? Because teams always talk about going to the trenches for each other, but the reality is you don't always see it. But with the Greek Quiz, it's visible. When you guys are together as a group, you can see every single guy wants to be there next to that guy, next to each other. So how important has that factor been in your campaign, achieving this point in the Currie Cup?
Well, Morgan, I think it's a good question. We're a big squad. We're very privileged to have basically two squads training against each other, and that motivates you. Everyone wants to be chosen. You want to play Currie Cup, but there's only 7 matches, excluding the semis and the final. So selection is very tight. So guys really are gunning for it, and you have to realize there's some players that's going to play and some's not going to play. And keeping that vibe in a place like Kimberley, there's nothing exterior from Kimberley. It's like everyone's with one another and come like in one another's face the whole time. So it's keeping that mood up is quite big. And I think we've done it right. We've done it correct up until now. And yeah, like the players not playing, they're motivating us that's playing, and we are playing are thanking the guys that are prepping us well to perform at the best of our abilities.
And regardless of what happens on this weekend, the same squad is just going to carry on moving forward. I understand only, limited players will be greeting you guys when the campaign finishes.
Yeah, so Coach Peter is very accurate in this. He builds a squad and he builds the way he contracts players, and then we're building a unity. It's not we're losing all of our players. A lot of players are staying, and we're constant in the way we prep for the next thing, what's coming up. For now, we all focus on the final.